नहीं छोड़ छोड़ अनम्यूट क्यों कर
तो वो होस्ट ने बोला other host would like you to unmute your instrument.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
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 Hello, sir. Are you there?
Hello.
So many people.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, Hall. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So, sorry. Yeah. So we'll start the class. So, by the way, my name is Prakash, math tutor for this webinar. Okay. So you can just mute your calls. In between, if you have any questions, if you're not understanding anything, please unmute and you can ask me the questions. Or else you can ask the questions in the chart itself as well. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about the topic, the integers, the place value of integers, representation of number line, and then we'll discuss some part of decimal numbers. Okay. So how the place value in decimals works and all. Okay. Let's start with the basics, which is a number line. Let's start with integers. So as we all know, integers is a part of a number, a part of a rational numbers rather. So in integers, what do you mean by integers? Integers are the numbers which are positive, negative, and zero. As you see here in this, integers is nothing but all the negative numbers, all the positive numbers, and zero. So which means the number starts from minus infinity and it goes up to positive infinity. So, and as you see the number line here, so it represents all integers. So they're all integers. So it starts from minus 10 to 10, but it goes up to, in the left side, it goes up to negative infinity, and the right side, it goes up to positive infinity. And as you see that, so the negative numbers, positive integers, and 0 in that. And we all know that if we don't have any sign in front of a number, that's nothing but a positive number. If we have a negative sign, then it's a negative number. Okay, so let's go to the whiteboard and let me explain few of the things. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah,
do we make notes or is it recorded?
it will record it, and also our admin team will share this PPT with you guys. Okay.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Okay, let me share the whiteboard. So here is a whiteboard. You guys can also write in the whiteboard if you want to, but that's fine as of now. Okay, so as we discuss, a number line contains all the rational numbers, which means let's start with the integers. So integers are the numbers which contains a negative, positive, and 0. So let's say these are the integers. And in the negative side, it goes up to negative infinity, right? In the right side, it goes up to a positive infinity. So that this is how the number line looks like. I mean, in the number line, you can see that the integers, all the integers are there. Okay, so what is the use of number line? Okay, so in using a number line, we can represent the numbers, not only integers, any numbers. You can think of a whole numbers or a count or a natural numbers or a rational numbers, irrational numbers. All the numbers can be represented in this number line. Okay, so this is how the basic number line looks like. The number line graph, basic number line graph looks like this. Okay, it has a 0, left side of 0 all are negative numbers, the right side of 0 all are positive numbers. Okay, in this, do we have any decimal numbers? Do we have any fractions? You might have a question. Yes, we do have a decimal number. For example, okay, so I missed one here, right? Okay, so let me correct that. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case, what will be in between 1 and 0 and 1? It is 0.5, right? So this is a decimal. We do have a decimal numbers in a number line. Okay, so we'll discuss that part when we do decimal numbers. So as of now, we are doing integers. So let's do the whole numbers and integers in this. Okay. So this is the basic representation of the integers or a number line. So let's go back to the presentation. Okay. So in integers, we are going to discuss what about positive numbers, what about the negative numbers, and what is the comparison between the positive and negative numbers. Okay. So what do you mean by a positive number? Okay, so generally a positive number won't contain any sign, or else it will contain plus sign. For example, we can represent a positive number. We can represent a positive number, for example, 5. 5 as a 5 or a plus 5. Both are same. Negative number always represented a negative sign in front of a number. For example, -5, -9, -90, or all these things. Okay. Okay. So what is positive way of representing? Okay. So let's take a real-time example. For example, you are going up. For example, you're going in the staircase. You're going up, or consider as a ladder if you want to. So going up is nothing but a positive direction. Okay, so coming down, alright, coming down in the staircase, or you're coming down from the ladder or whatever. In that cases, it is considered as a negative, right? So that's what. So not only in this case, I can give a few more examples of real time. So what is positive and what is negative? Okay, let's go to this. You can see this. Have given one example here. So there are the balloons in the bottom, as you all see. So you can see that if balloons are going up, I mean, in the air, it's towards a positive. And if it coming down, you can consider it as a negative direction. Okay, so I will give one more example if you want. Okay, so for example, you started your bicycle. Okay, this is the place you're starting. For example, your home and your school. So you're going in a bicycle. So for example, you're going with the speed of 5 kilometers per hour. In a certain, in one place, it was decreased. Okay, see, you started with zero kilometers per hour speed, and in a certain period it increased to 5, which means it's going up, right? It increasing, so this is a positive. And after, so this is the 5 kilometers, you want to stop in your school, so it decreased, the speed is decreased, like from 5 to 4, 3, 2, 1, finally 0. So it's decreasing, so it's a negative. So we can call it a, so negative direction, positive direction, goes up, down. So all these things, we have a positive and a negative. And even clockwise and anti-clockwise, maybe you guys heard. So watch, wall clock. So it goes in a clock direction. So this is a positive direction. And if it goes in this direction, it is a negative. You can think of a wall fan. Okay, so all these things, I mean, these positive and negative, not only for the numbers, that's what I'm about to say. So this positive and numbers contains everywhere in the world. We generally use that in day-to-day life. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I think everyone understand, I hope, what is positive and negative. Positive is which indicates the direction of a positive, or else it will increase, it will go up. So that's how it works. Negative, it reduces, it comes down. So it's kind of a less value. So positive is a higher value, and the negative values, it goes on, it will be a lesser. Okay, let me share one more page here. Yeah, you can see the just a comparison between a numbers here. Just take a look at this. Yeah, just take a look at this. In the right side, after 0, see, after 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a greater, it is increasing. So it is a positive number after 0. So before 0, as you all see, left side of 0, it is decreasing, so it is a negative numbers. So, and you can see some definitions. A number on the left is less than a number of the right. For example, if you take any two numbers, let's take a couple of numbers. Let me pick a color. Okay, let's take this number, -4. Let's take a number called 2. So this one is obviously lesser than this. If you compare -4 and -2, -4 and -2, I mean -4 and 2, 4 is less than. 4 is a smaller number than 2. So which means if a number is left side of a number, if hello, hello, please unmute yourself. It might disturb others. Yeah. So for example, you can take any other number. So which means if you are assuming two numbers, the number which is left side to the actual number, that number is always lesser. And if you're thinking of a greater number, you can think so in this way. So you can write -4. If we take the same example, or a different example. For example, let's take other two numbers. The two numbers as 1 and 6, or a -1 and 6. In this case, you're writing 6 greater than 1. So 6 is right side of -1. So 6 is obviously a greater number. So in 1 mark and 2 mark, 1 mark questions, you might get, I mean, in exams and all, you might get just comparing the numbers. For example, they will give two numbers like this, and they ask you to put a sign. For example, is it a less than sign or a greater than sign? So if you take these two numbers, -5 is greater than -6, because if you think in a number line, just assume it is a number line. See, -6, 5. Here it is a 5. See, 5 is greater than -6. So because -6 is left side of a number, left side of left side of +5. Okay, so these are the comparisons of a number. We'll try some exercises after the class. So I hope everyone understand this. Okay. So in these integers, in these whole numbers, we are going to learn addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. In addition, we have two things. Let me share the whiteboard. So in addition, maybe in up to 5th class or so, you guys learned how to add the numbers, how to subtract the numbers, even multiplication and division. But what about the signs? Are you guys learned using signs? Using the negative numbers? So that's what the start of the addition of negative numbers. So we all know in addition, if we are adding two positive numbers, see, you can see that this is a positive number, 4 is a positive number, 6 is also a positive number. So we all know how to add this number. Adding of two positive numbers will get the positive answer. Obviously, the value will increase. And if you think of a one positive number, addition of a negative number, see, add of -2. You can see here, this is the addition symbol in between. So we are adding 4 and -2. So 4 and -2 becomes 4 plus -2 is nothing but 4 minus 2 is obviously right. It is also called as 4 minus 2. So it converts into 4 minus 2. So the answer is 2. So 4 minus 2 is same as 4 plus of -2. Okay. So subtracting 2 from 4 is same as adding -2 for 4. I'm repeating again. Subtracting 2 from 4 is same as adding -2 to the number 4. Both are same. So because we'll get the same answer. So if we are adding the positive numbers, we already learned how to, what might be the answer. So addition of one positive number and one negative number. In that case, we are actually subtracting. See how we are doing. So let's take one more example. 6 plus -4. 6 plus -4. So which is also, which we can read, we can also written this as 6 minus 4, because addition of 6 and -4 is also called as subtract 4 from 6, which is 2. Okay, let's take one more. So addition of 9 and -5. So which is 9 minus 5, which is 4. Hope everyone are able to follow this. So the simple thing we already learned in the previous years, that is addition of two numbers, two positive numbers, is just a straightforward addition. But if you are adding one positive number and a negative number, then it is nothing but a subtraction. You can see that. We'll get the answer as 4. Okay, so what about subtraction? In subtraction, we have two things. Let me share that the PPT first. You can see that in addition. So I haven't given any examples here. See, in addition of a positive number, for example, one number is 4, another number is 9. Addition, this is a number, original number. We are adding a positive number to that. So that means it's a straightforward, which is 30. But in this case, adding, so let's take the same number as a 4, original number, adding a negative number. Let's say minus 1, which is 4. It becomes a 4 minus 1. So that is nothing but. So if we have a, what I mean to say, if we have a different signs in addition, we need to subtract. If we have a different sign in addition, see, this is a positive number, this is a negative number. So both are different signs, but we are adding, but we have to subtract because both are different signs, not same. Okay, 4 minus 1 becomes 3. So in subtraction, how it works? Subtracting a positive number. Okay, what will happen? For example, let's take a number. 9 is a number. You are subtracting a positive number. 9 minus 6. See, 9 is a positive number. That's fine. We are subtracting a positive number. So this is the symbol of subtraction. So 9 minus 6 would be 3. So that's what. Subtracting a positive number is same as adding the negative number. So which we can also write this as, can we write this as 9 plus minus 6? We can, right? So this is nothing but 9 minus 6. Okay. So what about subtracting a negative number? For example, 9 minus, subtracting a negative number, minus of minus 6. So this is minus. We already have one more minus. So this becomes a positive, which is 15. So that's what the definition. If you read the definition, subtracting a negative number is same as adding both the numbers, but put the negative. Okay, so this is not okay. You can see that. Let me give one more example in this. Minus 4 minus 4. What does it mean? There are minus 4 and minus 5. You can see that this is a negative number. This is a positive number. But we are subtracting, which means in front of a sign, we have both the numbers. We can also write this as minus 4 plus minus 5. So if we are adding or subtracting a negative numbers, we'll get the answer as, I mean, we have to add because signs are same. The signs are same here. Both are negative. So we have to add 4 plus 5 is 9, but we have to put negative sign in front of a number. Okay, let me explain few more things in using whiteboard. Okay. So in addition and subtraction, we can just interrelate. We can just convert addition to subtraction if needed and subtraction to addition if required. Okay. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus, or rather 4 minus 3 is 1. 4 plus of minus 3 is also 1, because 4 minus 3 is nothing but, you just put this and you are going to add. So 4 minus 3 can also written as 4 plus minus 3. Okay. So what if if we subtract a smaller number using a bigger number, for example, 9 minus 13. In this case, we have to see here we are just subtracting, so we just need to subtract as usual. So let's say 13 minus 9 is 4. Since 13 is a bigger number or 9 is a smaller number than 13, we are just placing a negative sign in front of a number, because this can also written as 9 plus minus 13, which means this number, the bigger number 13, has a negative sign. So that's why we put negative sign in front of an answer. Hope everyone able to follow me. So please let me know if you have any questions. If you're not understanding, please just ask me in the chat, or you can just unmute and you can ask me. 14 minus 5. This is a straightforward one, which is 9. What about 14 minus of minus 5? Here we are subtracting a negative sign. So minus of minus 5 becomes 14 plus 5. So that's a 19. And similarly, minus 14 minus 5. You can see here we have a negative number, and this is a positive number. But if we change this to addition, what will happen? Minus 14 plus minus 5. So which means we are adding two negative numbers. So we are going to add, obviously, but we are going to put a negative number, negative sign. So for example, 6 minus 15. As you see, 6 is smaller than 15. So we are just going to subtract. So what is the answer? 9. But since 6 is smaller than 15, in front of 15 we have a negative sign. So we'll put negative sign. So because we can also write this as 6 plus of minus 15. Okay. So that's all of addition. So maybe you guys already learned this. So don't want to waste much time here. Okay. So what about multiplication? In multiplication, so normally you guys learn what is 4 times 5. But here we are going to learn using signs. Okay. Positive number, if you multiply two positive numbers, will get the answer as positive. If you are multiplying two negative numbers, we'll get the answer as positive. So which means if both the numbers sign is same, it may be plus, it can be minus. In that case, the answer will be as a positive. So but if you have one positive and one negative, or one negative or one positive, we'll get the answer in negative. So these are the basic things you just need to remember in multiplication. Not only in multiplication, even division, the same thing works. So you can consider this as a addition, multiplication or division. So whenever we are multiplying or dividing a numbers, we just need to check the signs of a number. If both are same signs, if both are positive or both are negative, in that case, the answer is positive. If one is negative, one is positive, then the answer is negative. Okay, let's try some questions in this. So let's take the same example here. 4 times 5 is 20. If we have, see, 4 plus 5 is what? 4 is a positive number, 5 is also a positive number. So if we are multiplying the two positive numbers, we'll get the answer as positive 20. So let's take one as both as a negative. So minus 4 times minus 5. 4 times 5 is 20 minus times minus. If you are multiplying the two negative signs, we'll get a positive. So which means you can write positive 20 or even 20 is fine because 20 is nothing but a positive 20. So what if we have a one negative and a one positive number? You can see that minus 4 times 5. Minus 4 is a negative, 5 is a positive. So answer is minus 20. So similarly, 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. So let's take one more example. So 9 times 3. So both are positive numbers. So the answer is positive, 27. Minus 9 times minus 3. Both are negative numbers. So the answer is positive. Minus 9 times 3. One is positive number, one is negative number. Minus 9 is negative number. So the answer is 9 3s are 27, but we get a negative number here. So 9 times minus 3 is same as minus 27. So if you go to the division, the same applies. Okay, let's try some division questions. Okay, let's take 24 over 3. So 24 divided by 3. So both are positive numbers. So just write forward calculation, which is 8, the positive number. So if we have both are negative numbers, minus 24 divided by minus 3. So since both are negative numbers, we'll get the answer as a positive. So 24 divided by 3 is 8, and negative negative becomes positive. So one negative, one positive. So 3 8s are 24, and since we have only negative number, so we are going to put a negative sign. Similarly, 24 over minus 3 is nothing but a minus 8. So I hope all these things, I hope it's clear to you. Okay. So what if we have if more than two numbers? For example, 4 times minus 5 times 3. So how do you solve this? So you're going to solve the first two, obviously. What is 4 times minus 5? 4 is a positive number, 5 is a negative number. 4 5s are 20. Since only one number is negative, positive, and one is negative, so we are going to put a negative sign in front of 20, and then we are going to multiply this 3. So minus 20 times 3, again minus 20 is a negative number, 3 is a positive number, so we'll get the answer in negative. So what is 20 times 3, which is 60. So the answer is minus 60. So similarly in the division, for example, 3 times minus 9 divided by 6 minus 6. So this is the question. For example, how do you solve? So you're going to solve the numbers. You're going to multiply these two first. Let's say 3 times minus sign, minus 9. What is 3 times minus 9? 3 9s are 27. And we have we have one negative and a positive number. So we'll put a negative sign divided by minus 6. So both are negative numbers we are dividing. So this negative sign and this negative sign cancels out. We'll get 27 over 6. We can simplify this, but we'll discuss that later. Okay, let's take one more example. 5 times 6 divided by 3. 5 times minus 6 over minus 3. How to solve this? 5 6 are 30. Since we have a negative sign in front of a 6, so we are going to put minus 30. Minus 30 over minus 3. So we are dividing two negative numbers. So it becomes a positive number. Answer is a positive. So 3 tens are 30 and the answer is plus 10. Yeah. So that's all of the basic arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. As you see this, if you are multiplying the two positive signs, we'll get the answer in positive. Will two negative signs, answer in positive. One negative, one positive, will get the answer as negative. Okay. Yeah, that's it of the representation of number line and the basic arithmetic rules like addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So the next part of the webinar is the place value of a number. What is place value? It's a value of a digit in the given number. For example, 243. Let's take an example of 243. Yeah. 3 is at ones place. 4 is at tens place. 2 is at hundreds place. Which means, how can we split this? 200, I mean 2 is at the hundreds place, so 2 times 100, which is 200. 4 is at tens place, 40, plus 3 is at ones place, which is 3. See how we splitted this? We can split this as 2 is at hundreds place, so that's why it's a 200 plus 40 plus 3. So the place value of 2, this is the place value of 2. The place value of 2. The place value of 2 is 200. The place value of 4 is 40. Place value of 4 is 40. And the place...
Isn't the place value tens for 40?
So that is the place. That's the place. It's in tens place. But the place value, which is nothing but a value of that digit. Okay, so 4 is a tens place. So that is a tens position. So we can call that as a position. But the value will be 40. Okay. And let me show a few other things. Okay, let's try a few questions here. For example, let's take 4-digit number. 4527. So this is ones place. This is tens place, which is nothing but a position of the digit, which is a tens place, or you can call it as a position. So position of 2 is tens, but the place value would be multiples of that position. I mean the value, the place, which is tens times 2. That's how it works. Okay, so this is hundreds place, and this is thousands place. So ones place, so it's just straightforward, which is 1 times 7. So the place value of 7 is just a 7. The place value of 2 in this number, 2 is a tens place, so we are going to multiply by 10. So it is 20. We can also write directly, but I'm just explaining how we got 20. So 5 is at hundreds place. Hundreds place is nothing but we are going to multiply that number by 100. So the value, the place value. So all these are place values, 7, 20, and 500. These are place values of 7, 2, 5 respectively. And place value of 4 becomes, 4 is a thousands place. So it would be 4,000. So and you all know how to split this. If we can just split this as 4,000 plus 500 plus 20 plus 7. If you add all these numbers, you'll get the same thing, 4527. So the place value, it depends on the position of the place. If it is in the tens place, we are going to multiply by 10. If it is in the hundreds place, we are going to multiply by 100. So similarly, if it is in the 10,000s place, we are going to multiply by 10,000. Sorry. Yeah, just take a look at this. The digit at ones place, which is a digit split, one digit number. For example, ones place is also called as units place. Please try to remember this. Ones place, which is the last digit, the last digit in the number, is also called as units place. Yeah. So in ones place in a sense is a single digit. So it comes end of the digit. For example, 43, 3 is at ones place, which is nothing but a unit. So this number will be in between 0 to 9, as we all know. It can be 0 or it goes up to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. So the last digit of a number is always in between 0 to 9. What about 100 place? So I just explained all these things. Just take a look at this. So this is tens place. So let me remove that. Yeah. So tens place. The position of 1 is at tens place. 2 is at ones place. So for example, the total number is 12. 2 is at ones place. 10 is at 1 is at tens place. So this is 10 plus 2. So the place value of 1 is 10. The place value of 2 is just a 2. Yeah, you can see that. The place value. So these are the place values, the 10 and 2. Yeah. So similarly, hundreds place. So here they have taken 143. So 143. So the place value of 1 would be 100. The place value of 4 would be 40. The place value of 3 would be 3. So the total would be 143. Let's take one more example. And you can see here the number 145 using blocks. You can see that 100, and we have 4 tens. As you saw this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one has 10. So 10 fours are 40. So the 40 is the place value, which is nothing but in 40 we have 4 tens. Okay, so 5 ones. So that's how it is divided. So the next one, yeah, you can see the same thing again. How many? So 100, 10, 4, 140. You can see this 247. So the value is 247. The place value of 2 is 200. The place value of 4 is 40. The place value of 7 is just 7. Okay, so here's the final thing. So what is place value? As we all know, it is not a position. It is the value of the digit. So position is nothing but in 453, the position of 5 is 10, tens place, but the place value is 50 because it is in the tens place. So 5 times 10, 50. For example, in this question, so the example here I have taken as 352. You can see that 5 is a 10 is in tens place. So the wait. I mean, just a mistake. The place value is 50 here. The place value is 50. 3 is at hundreds place, so the place value would be 300. So I hope everyone understand the place value, and let me tell you what is face value. Place value is nothing but a value of a digit. Value of a digit in a number. For example, tell me a number 592. What is the place value of 9? In this case, 90, because 9 is a tens place, so it is 90. But what is face value? FACE. Face. Face value is nothing but an actual number. So in a simple way, we can say actual number. For example, if you take the same example, 592, the face value, FACE, face value of 2 is 2, face value of 9 is 9, the face value of 5 is 5. So face value is nothing but the actual number. So face value of any number is same as the number. But place value is nothing but the value of that particular digit. For example, let's say 2,540 kilometers. Okay, the distance between two cities are two islands. Okay, so 2,540. So here you can see that 2 is in thousands position. That's why the place value of that is 2,000, not 1,000. Okay, it is in thousands place, but the place value is 2,000. And this is for 500, and the place value of 4 would be 40. And we all know that we have just 0 at the last. So units place or is ones place is just a 0. Okay, so that's it from the place value and face value. Hope everyone able to follow me. So just let me know if you have any questions, but we do have a time. You can also ask me in the end of the class. I'm just waiting for your questions if any in place value. Okay. Okay. So here you can just take a look at the number. So the number is 13,548. Okay. So 1 is at 10,000 position. So the place value of 1 would be 10,000. The place 3 is at thousands position. The place value of 3 is 1,000. 5 is at hundreds position. The place value of 5 is 500. Similarly for 4, the place value of 4 is 40. The place value of 8 is 8. So the place value is nothing but a value of the digit. Okay, so now we'll go to the decimal numbers and see how it works, how the decimal number works. So what is decimal number? So in a simple way, we can just call it as a decimal number will have a decimal point, or it contains a decimal point. So if we have a decimal point, then obviously it is a decimal number. So which means we do have a digits after and before the decimal point. But how the decimal numbers and how the place value of decimal number works, let's try some. Okay, so the decimal numbers. So tell me a number. Let's take a number as 42.345. So this is a decimal point. And we all know that 2. Here the 2 is at ones place. 4 is at tens place. Okay, which means if it goes in this way, so the value is obviously multiples of 10. So this is ones place, tens place, hundreds place. This is hundreds place. This is thousands place, and it goes on. But after the decimal point, it actually divides by 10. Okay, so this is nothing but tens place, TENTHS. So that's the difference you need to understand. So before the numbers, in a whole numbers, we used to call it as a tens, hundreds, thousands, using yes at the end. But after the decimal, it is nothing but THS, tens, which is nothing but 1 by 10. Okay, so similarly, this is hundreds. 100 THS, again you can see that, so which is nothing but 1 by 100. So again, this is nothing but thousands. THS, again you can see that, and which is 1 by 1000. But in this case, what we'll do, this is just a multiples of 1. Tens, it is times by 10, right? So we are going to to find the place value, we used to multiply by 10. But after the decimal point, if you have any digits, then to find the place value of those, we need to divide by 10. It goes on. Okay, let me show you the PPT again. Yeah, so in this example, you can see that.
Sir,
Yeah.
what's the difference between tens and tenths?
Okay. So tens is nothing but a 10, normal 10. For example, let's take tenth, T and THS is nothing but 1 by 10. Okay. For example, maybe it's a start of, these things are start for you guys. So we used to call 1 or a 10. 10 is a 10. 1/10. So 10 is nothing but a 10 peoples. Okay, let's assume 1/10, which means 1 out of 10. Okay, 1/10, which is nothing but a tenth, T and THS. This is tenths. So this is a value. This is a whole number, as you see. Tens. It's a multiples. It's about a multiplication. 1 by 10, 1 by 100. So THS, if it goes in a THS, that is this much. For example, 2 out of 20. This is nothing but, for example, let's take one more example. 2 divided by 100, which is nothing but, 2 out of 100. So 2. So it's a 1 by, it's in hundreds position. So 200 THS. So that's the only thing. So difference between tens and tens are thousands and thousands. So the tens, the multiples or a multiplication of tens will comes before the decimal, which is nothing but a whole numbers. After the decimal, we'll get 1 by 10, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000. Let me show you one more a file so that you might get better idea. Okay. I will show you that in a moment. See here in this example, 45. See how we describe this question. So for example, everyone knows how to write the numbers, right? Let's say 45. So everyone knows 45 or a 90, how to write. But after the decimal, how do we describe in a sentence, in a word format? See, 6 is nothing but 6 tenths. Can you see that? So for example, if it is a 456, how do we write? 456. But here 45.6. So 45.6 tenths, because 6 is our tens place. 1 by 10, as I said. So which is nothing but 6 by 10. So 6 by 10 is nothing but 6 tenths. So, and the place value, so the place value is of 4 is 40. The place value of 5 is 5. The place value of 6 is 6 by 10. Because it is after the decimal point, we are going to divide by 10. So, I mean, I will show you one more file here. Maybe you might understand better in that. Just take a look at this. So the decimal point, so after the decimal or before the decimal, just consider both and see. So ones is nothing but multiples of 1. Tens is nothing but multiples of 10. I mean, we are going to multiply that number by 10. Hundreds is nothing but multiply by 100. Thousands is nothing but multiply by 1000. But THS, tens, hundreds, or thousands, in that case we are going to divide by 10. Tens means, hundreds means 1 by 100. Thousands means 1 by 1000. Similarly, 10,000 means 1 by 10,000. Okay, so that's the basic difference. Tens are hundreds, tens are hundreds. I mean, the word which ends with yes and the word which ends with THS, we can call it as 100 THS. In this, the difference is this thing, we are going to multiply, it is a multiples of 10. Okay, this is a division of 10. We are going to divide. So in tens, we are going to divide 1 by 10, hundreds 2 times, 1 by 10 and 1 by 10, which is 1 by 100. Similarly, it goes on. Okay, let me share one more file. Yeah. So you can see this here. This might give better idea. See, this is the decimal point. If we have a values, for example, let's take the different color. Okay, 4,942.761. So for example, let's take this point. You can see that this is nothing but a whole part, which is nothing but a whole number. After the decimal, it is a fractional part. So maybe it might confuse. Fractional part is nothing but a decimal part. Decimal part or a fractional part, you can call it as. After the decimal, before the decimal, just compare it. You can see that TENS, TEN, THS. So it ends with NS and it ends with THS after the decimal. So after the decimal, in a sense, we are going to divide by 10. So 1 by 10, this becomes 1 by 100. This becomes 1 by 1000. But in this case, we are going to multiply. The first one multiplies 1, second one multiplies by 10, and the hundreds place is multiplies by 100, and the thousands place is multiplied by 1000. So that's the only difference. In the left side, yeah.
The thousands is 1000. You wrote 100.
Wait.
The thousands.
Okay, yeah. So the thing, I think you understand, right? So the difference is just a multiples in the one side and division in the other side. Okay. So I have written, I have taken one example here. Just take a look at this. What is the place value of the digit? I think you guys learned what is the place value of whole numbers. For example, let's take the same number. The whole, the place value of 2 is 2. The place value of 3 is 30, right? Because 3 is the tens place. The place value of 5 is 500. And the place value of 4 is, it is at the thousands place, so it is 4000. But what is the place value of decimal points? After the decimal, the first digit is nothing but that digit divided by 10. The place value of that digit is 1 by 10. The second digit is nothing but the value divided by 100. That's the place value. Okay. And this is 9 by 1000. Okay, so everyone knows that, right? So 1 by 10 is nothing but 0.1. So that's a decimal point. That's why we are dividing by 10, obviously. So that's why it call it as a tens or hundreds or thousands after the decimal. So 1 by 100 is nothing but 0.01. What is 1 by 1000? 0.001. And as you see this, in this example, 1, the place value 1 is 1 by 10. You can just write it as 1 by 10, or else you can also write it as a 0.1. Both the same, because 1 by 10 is nothing but 0.1. So place value of 7 is 7 by 100, which is nothing but 0.07. So 7 by 100 is nothing but 0.07. Either you can write it as a fraction, 7 by 100, or 0.07 is also fine. Yeah. So these are the basic examples. Let's try one more question and the whiteboard. 45.9237. So what is the place value of 4, place value of 4, and place value of 5? The place value of 5 is 5 because this is at ones place. So place value of 4 is 40 because 4 is at tens place. So you're going to multiply by 10. But what is the place value of 9? You're going to divide 9 by 10. What is the place value of 2? 2 by 100 because it is at hundreds place. This is 3 by 1000. These are the place values. So this is 7 divided by 10,000. How can you write this? You can also write this as 0.9, 0.02. This is 0.003. So that's how it goes on. 0.0007. And you can just add these things. This is how we just learned split, how to split, right? 40 plus 5 plus 0.9 plus 0.02, and it goes on. So the addition of all these things will be the same as the original number. Okay, this is how we used to find out. We have to find the place value of decimal number. So after decimal, we are going to divide. Before decimal, it's kind of a multiplying. Okay, so that's the basics. So that's it, I think. Let me check if I have anything to add. Yeah, that's it. So we learned the representation of a number line, and we learned comparing the values, and then the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of a numbers. Then we move to the place value. So place value of the whole numbers and the decimal values. So that's it of today's webinar. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can just ask me, you can just unmute and ask me, or else you can also ask me on chat. Both works. Don't hesitate if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer you.
Sir,
Yeah.
are you based in Dubai or you're in India, sir?
No, I'm from India.
No, you are living in India.
Yeah.
Okay, so sir, these classes like your name is Mr. Sandeep, right?
Prakash.
Mr. Prakash.
Yeah.
So how would I be able to get in touch with you for more classes? Is there an email or I can call on a number?
I think you guys need to check with an admin team. So we used to run the webinars on a daily basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, I will do that. It's a support, right?
Okay, I need to check with them actually. Just a moment.
Sure.
Okay. So please, I mean, I will tell you in a while. So
No problem.
in between, please let me know if you have any questions. Anyone? Please let me know if you have any questions. Anyone?
Any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So in that case, if you don't have any questions, let me give some questions to work on and see how you guys are understand.
Yeah.
Just take a look at this. So please try to answer all these questions. So this is first one is comparing the numbers. So please tell me which sign we need to mention.
So,
8 is good.
Anyone is fine. Please try to answer all.
the first one is 8 is greater.
So which sign? Any idea?
It's greater than sign.
Okay, so which means the greater side at 8 side. This one, right?
2 is greater to the next
Yes.
one, right?
Sorry. Yes.
2 is greater.
So like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about this one?
Minus 7 is greater. Minus 7 is greater.
So
Minus
this
7 is
Minus
one.
7.
So this one and this one.
greater.
The first one.
Okay, good. Okay, what about fourth one?
This one?
Sixth one.
4.
4 is greater.
Less than, yeah, smaller than symbol.
Oh, yeah.
What about the fifth one?
Minus 3 is greater.
Minus 3 is more.
Minus 3 is greater.
Minus 3 is greater. Okay, that's good. Okay.
6 is greater.
6 is greater than minus 4.
Excellent, excellent. So the next set of questions, maybe I haven't explained much of the next set of questions, but please try to answer, or if not, I will explain. See.
Minus greater.
Wait, which number on the line is greater than 5? Is 5 greater than 3? What does that mean?
You should know.
Which number on the line is 5
Number
greater
9
than
is 5
3?
greater than 3.
Number 7 is 8.
I don't care about this. I'm gonna go.
Less 5 greater than 3.
Is 5 greater than 3? I think number 7 is 8.
Okay, so let me tell you, so what exactly it means. Okay, so which number on the number line is 5 greater than 3? Let's draw a number line. Just a moment. Just a moment. See, what's the question?
5 greater than 3 is 8.
Yeah, just a moment. So what's the number? What's number 513? Okay. So let's say this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this side are negative numbers. Hope everyone knows this. Okay. So what is the question? So let me add the question here. Just a moment. Yeah. So here it is. Yeah. So this is the question. Just take a look at this. See, just circle the 2 points, the 2 numbers which we need. See, 5. The 5. This is the 5, and this is the 3. Okay. So using number line, 5 is greater than 3. Okay. So what is the difference? We just need to find which number on the number line 5 is greater than 3. So what is the difference? That's the answer.
2.
Is 5 greater than 3?
Which number line is greater than 3?
See, which number on the number line is 5 greater than 3? We just need to find the difference between those numbers. Okay. So it looks a little tricky as the question looks, but this is what we need to. We just need to find the difference. Okay. So just try the next one if you can.
What number on the number line is then greater than 3? Negative. Is it negative 2?
5 minus 3. Okay.
What is it?
So is the answer 8?
It is plus 8. Yeah, it is plus 8. So if it,
5 minus 6.
Yeah, it's here. I have it.
Minus and minus is plus.
okay. So the next one, anybody? Anyone?
No, 2.
2.
Okay. Is it a positive 2 or negative 2?
Positive.
Negative. Positive.
Okay. Because it is a less than, I mean, they clearly mention it is a less than. Okay. So that's why. Yeah. And so the next one, what about the next one?
10. Positive 10.
Positive 10.
Yeah, it is good. Okay, let's go to the next set of questions.
You didn't understand the concept?
I did. But I want to learn it more.
Yeah. So please tell me the answers for all these questions.
It's very easy.
11 minus 9.
2.
Is the answer 2?
2.
2 plus 2 or minus 2?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
The good start. Okay. What is the answer for the next one?
Minus 19.
Minus 9.
Minus
Everyone-
19.
Everyone agrees to that? So,
13.
what about those?
13.
Nice.
Minus 4.
Minus 4.
Minus 4.
7.
17.
70.
170.
17.
Okay. Seems like
Minus 10 for the next one.
okay. What about the 7th one?
Minus 36.
Minus 36.
Minus 30.
Minus 36. Excellent, that one. So the next one. So what about it's kind of a 3 numbers the subtraction. Just try and answer. You can just work on and tell me.
Minus 9. Minus 9.
Minus 9.
Minus 9. Let me check. So it becomes a minus 3 plus 7.
Minus 15.
What is the answer?
-1.
-9.
Minus 1 is the
Minus
answer.
one.
Someone's- Yeah, -1 is the answer. Let me explain how. Yeah, -1 is the correct answer. Very good. -3. See, this minus of minus becomes a plus, right? So this plus -5. So this is the question. So what you do? -3 and -5 is -8. So -8 plus 7 is -1. That's a very good one. Okay, so let's go to the next set of questions. Yeah, it's a multiplication.
-54.
Okay, so the reason?
15 for the
Minus
You
9.
said,
-9 times 64 is minus 54 because -9 is a bigger number, so it's -54.
Okay, so it's not about a bigger number, isn't it? It's about multiplying the two numbers. One is negative number, one is positive. That's why it's a negative. Good. What about the next one?
15.
15.
Is it 15 or negative 15?
Plus.
Positive 15.
Positive 15.
What about the next one?
Minus 28.
28.
Okay, nice.
28.
What about the next one? Fourth one, interesting one.
49.
49.
49. Is it 49? Yeah, 49.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So people, I mean, it's not -49. So that's very nice.
Yeah, because it's positive.
Yeah. What about the next one?
8.
8.
The last one?
30 plus
Minus 30.
-30.
plus 30
Plus 30 or -30?
-30.
plus 30.
Okay, let's try them.
+30.
Plus 30 is the correct answer. Excellent. See, 5 2s are -10 here. -10 into -3 is plus 30. Okay. Yeah. So I do have a next set of questions if you want to try. Anyone interested to solve this?
What is the place value?
80.
8.
8 or 80?
Number 5,000. So 5,000. 7 is 700. 6 is 60. 3 is 330,000. And then
Okay.
4 is 400,000.
Everyone agrees to this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So hope everyone understand which means. Okay, good. Okay, let's go to the next set if I have. Yeah, I do have.
300. For the number 89.55. This one is 5.
8.
Number 2 is 5. Number
What about the first one? First one I'm talking about. First one?
3.
First,
It's
Hundreds.
the second.
It's 8. It's 8. It's 8.
1.
Number 1 is 8.
2.
Okay, one moment. Okay, take your time. Okay. What,
Because it goes to unit, tens, hundreds, so 8 is like the hundreds digit.
see, what is the hundreds digit of a number? Okay, so this is a tens. This is hundreds. So 1. 1 is the answer. Okay. Second one?
Second one, 10th is 5.
Tens place. Yeah, good. Okay.
10th is 9.
9.
Hundredth
2. 100 place is 2.
Good.
Thousandth.
It's thousands.
Thousands.
Sixth is
6 is
You-
100.
100.
6 is 100.
No.
Hundreds.
No. One moment. So for the fifth questions, please tell me the answer in fraction or a decimal.
9,000. 9 over 1,000.
Very good. Or else it can also written as 0.
Yeah, 0.009.
Okay.
or
What about-
0.06.
It's hundreds place.
6 is 100.
0.06
Yeah.
and
What is the place value? This one is
It's
10.
6 over 10.
6 over 10.
0.6.
0.6.
Very good.
and then largest place value. The
Largest place
number
value.
is 2000.
It's 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
Yeah, because it is a 2000, isn't it?
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very nice. Which digit has a, so if they asked you what is the largest instead of which digit, if they asked you what is the largest digit, you have to answer 2000. Okay.
2000. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let me share. I think that's it.
Amazing. It's a great.
Okay, so the last two questions. Anyone interested to solve?
Yep.
Has in the 400th place.
C.
C.
D.
Yeah.
D.
It's D.
D.
It's D.
For the last one.
Thousands. Yeah. 2. Yeah.
Which one?
D.
D.
Both of them are D.
Okay, so hundreds place. Hundreds place is obviously D, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, nice.
This one is.
Next is C.
Someone answered. Okay, let me check. So where do you find the smallest digit?
D.
Thousands. 2.
Yeah, that's it. Because that's a thousands place. THS. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I think everyone answered well. So I think which means hope everyone understands. So I can just assume that. Yeah, and just let me know if you have any questions as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can we leave now?
Yeah, that's it. I think if you have any questions, just let me know. If not, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.